ear back so you can hear.
Okay.
You know,
Because it sounds awesome.
It does sound great.
It sounds good.
Fabulous. So I'm gonna take this off. You sure you got a t-shirt for me before I take this jacket off?
He was here that morning, and I
Hey,
was.
did you see the champ or somebody? Man, oh, you got the
Can you grab a large shirt?
Large?
A large, now we know.
Okay.
Big Red.
So we just, made it happen. My sponsor who's been really supporting me, who's here. We got a whole artist with a woman, Batia. She came up here with Maxine, and they sat down, showed the demo, and Maxine was just blown away. She was blown away like I was. And I was mad. I ain't never seen nothing like, I ain't never talked about this. But at my store, I sold 2 of these pants to some brothers. Wow. Monty said, she ain't never seen it.
Is the champ going on air?
It's a little bit about that because we got about a couple minutes.
You might get some calls in.
Absolutely.
Anybody know how to work the phone?
You can't forget about
A studio phone.
that is the
So you
solution.
tell them
Because once we bring the awareness with the solution,
get on
the
air,
solution also provides.
And if you see this
awareness
light
also
up,
provides the
that
solution.
means a call
So it's
on me.
now
Just
we
hit
know
on air,
God
let
net.
me know,
This is
and
when
I'll
we push
queue
the
it up.
campaign is
So
changing
take some
the
calls.
faces of everything. Like you
Since we
said,
got a
as
few
men,
seconds, I'm gonna
we're
run back
having a
and make sure
discussion
the
about
phone is up in the
that.
back.
Yes.
And it's cool.
Yes.
We're taking pictures. We're sanitary now.
Yes.
Versus going to the studio and all that.
Yes.
Seriously. So then now we know campaign provided a comfort, a comfortability for men to deal with their wives, for men to deal with their daughters, for men to deal with their mothers and aunts, the females that they love.
Yes.
So this Now We Know campaign is literally the campaign of the century.
Folks, we got the pass here.
Going live in about 4 minutes. Going live in 4 minutes.
6612. We got the pass at HealthWise.
Yes.
You can give me a call, 313-600-8532. I want to thank you, bro, but
Thank you.
you're not through. I'm through. We're going to be right back. Just give us a couple minutes, y'all. I just love all of this,
Thank you,
man.
Yeah, background tough.
Yeah.
You sent it to Spencer on the WhatsApp, huh?
Wow.
That's it? XL? Yeah, she won't want to put on camera with us.
That's right.
Yeah.
The champ.
That's the only one
That's
we got.
right. That's the only one you brought.
XL.
Medium and an extra large.
Okay, I'm ready.
You want the medium or the XL?
The medium. XL I'm gonna have to sleep in that.
All right.
This the XL? Okay. Cause I ain't gonna put all these colors on it. I don't have all
I'm
Nspire.
Maxine Willis right here in the studio, and I hope that you are just as excited
Only
as
reason
we
why it's
are
like
to
this
hear
because the young
about
lady
this
that uses
innovative
this,
product. One
when
of the
she comes
things
on, she
that
brings
this
her
station takes
she don't
great
like to mess
pride
with
in,
her.
and that is
So she bring
our
earbuds.
president is always looking
So
for
that's the only why it's
opportunities,
changing.
ways that we
She
can
don't even
uplift
use
and
this.
enhance the quality of life for children, families, and the community at large. And that's why we're excited to have this special today. And we're in the house with, I don't think they got into why they call you the champ, but I'm sitting next to the champ. And you just heard his story, his passion, his commitment, his dedication. But tell us, why do they call you the champ?
TV33 WHBR.com.
After my
And tell her when she.
every
And then it's for her to see your interview. Tell her to scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on
I seen this
WVIE.
video. Was that what you talking about? Was that
But if the TV33 comes up, she should see you guys. She should see this. See behind you. She should see that now.
Okay, all right.
Even on TV33.
She'll figure it out.
Where was that?
What you need? Tell me I'll help you. Because that moves the camera.
All right.
I don't want to get you right.
Just go on. Everybody's coming through.
Yeah. Is that the champ?
That's the champ.
That love his wife and making sure she all right.
You say to really inspire.
Made me feel when I was watching the commercial,
And why
I felt love. Wasn't even my husband. I felt love. I said somebody care about what's going on with us.
Here we go.
There you go.
Well, Karen,
We ready?
if you had information,
Let me see you.
would you
I'm
share?
gonna holler at the people. Y'all need me?
Are you getting in?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. I got a chair and a camera and everything. It's up to you.
I love the camera.
I know. Let me get you together. You like to talk right here? Make sure you guys talk directly into the microphone for me.
This message.
Oh, it
Because
looks
it's
like you look
literally
good.
life changing.
Now I just gotta get the champ
And
together.
that's why we're excited, because that's what this station is all
You
about.
bring your chair over here a little bit.
Life-changing opportunities. And sitting next to the champ, we have Miss Sharon Steele, and she's going to tell us about a real exciting event that's going to take place right here in the city of Detroit.
Right, we ain't plugged up. Talk to me.
Tell us about that.
Okay, let's get together.
Talk to the champ.
Now don't give me all. Is that the name you want me to use? Cause I'll go there now. The champ is here.
The champ is here. That's what we do.
That's right.
The registration is at 6:30. The actual meeting starts at 7 p.m. So we would love for everyone to come out. You there to get samples of the product. And also
So is this going to be interview style?
I don't know what you mean.
You raw. I'm too raw and gut with it.
Yeah, me too. I just want to know.
Oh, he said, yeah, me too.
Everything has to be clean. We are FCC regulated. Is that what you mean?
No.
Meaning we going with the
Yeah, that's
flow,
what
or
I'm
you want your specific questions?
Well, no one. I thought Miss DeMonte was gonna give me specific questions to ask you guys, and because no one handed it to me, we're gonna take it
Do you
from
know the
there.
format of what we're doing? Because
You want the freestyle like we did? Just
So I have.
Well, that's another reason why we aired
no
the
questions, no interview style.
listeners and viewers for what's
Just like
up.
what's gonna
So now you need to see you
about the
live.
product.
Right, that's
But
what I'm
Miss
saying. You guys are going to
DeMonte is
interview us.
Sharon and correctly.
Oh, she's not gonna interview? Oh,
She said she don't know.
oh.
What? I never used the word. I don't know. Are you talking about me?
I said I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't do that. We don't do that to boss.
You're gonna host it, right?
Yes, sir. But what it is, they wanted me to ask specific questions. Miss DeMonte was gonna bring me some questions per Miss Willis, but there aren't any. So, but that's
I
why
like to
I
be raw.
insisted to have information playing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
ready.
got it.
Absolutely.
I got it.
So much so.
You already know the champ right now, RJ.
I just want to know what we're doing. That's all.
We're
talk
talking
about
about
the
Nspire.
So somebody's going to lead the conversation.
Right.
Because we don't want to talk over each other.
You won't. Okay, it'll be smooth.
I didn't know what that meant.
Well, I'm going to play it
You
by
just-
ear.
Exactly right.
DeMonte,
You got fun.
enjoy
Tell them the
yourself.
champ is here. We back in the deep, baby.
Ovarian cancer.
All right, let's
I'm just
get
going to
it.
act like Crump. I'm just ain't going to say nothing.
Can you hear me?
No, you was right. No, you were
On
right.
the side.
To get a little insight.
You
No,
hear
nothing
me?
wrong.
This is why this
No wrong with little insight. Nothing wrong
My
with
point
that.
exactly. Thank you.
Yes.
I've been using it for
How's those ears?
20 years. They come back.
Yes, awesome.
I don't know
Okay,
why.
let me do a check.
How you got I don't know. How you got citizenship? I know
You.
I'm looking good.
No.
Go ahead, man.
How about that? That's good.
I'm gonna chill. Up on my.
I got over here. Pull him up some.
About the product I gave you.
Thank you.
You on Facebook? Can I stream this on?
You can stream. We stream also on RJ Watkins live page as well.
Got it? He's good. How's he?
They knew
He
that.
looks great.
Okay, good.
He's still in the stores right now.
I'm about to pull it up now. I'm fading out. I'm counting down.
You gonna put it in Detroit? I'm gonna go in Detroit too.
Those who come will actually be able to.
Remember?
No, Junior's gonna put it back. He's gonna set the computer right. 8 o'clock. I'm gonna put him in Detroit also.
Okay.
Yes,
I didn't. Yes. I didn't. Okay.
Activities that
You want me to do it now?
Yeah, put him okay now. In Detroit.
Okay, right now. So I'll get
And
up.
channel
All right. He's gonna do. He's
And
gonna.
then just
He's
jump
gonna
out, have music,
explain and
have
also
music.
do a
Yes.
live demonstration.
Okay, I'll be right back then.
Okay.
Awareness and understanding, because this is his first time, if I'm not wrong, speaking in Detroit.
RJ, we can
I got him right here.
share it on Facebook.
No, this is
Where we at on your
This is
Facebook?
speaking, and we're in the city. I have a heart in the city. I'm just gonna go to Detroit. I'm like, look, you guys.
Oh, product and the movement that the champ is going to be
Money
right
match.
live and living actually doing demonstrations for you to see. We don't want you to go by what you hear us say, about what you're going to see.
got that from
Champ, give us
Exactly.
That's
and
right.
why they should come down to the studio tomorrow to get this product.
We're gonna literally expose the so-called, I call them unsanitary napkins. I'm talking about layer by layer by layer. And I tell people, don't believe the chant. Google it. But when you see it in your face, it's gonna blow your mind. And I really want to just thank y'all for literally having me in the such a historical TV show and radio station. And I'm sitting there like, wow. You know, honestly,
Dude,
I'm
you
humble
are like
and
super
honored at the same
composed.
time.
I've never
because
seen you
we're
that
really
composed.
getting ready to change the
President medals.
We are just
I'm
excited
learning, baby.
No,
to be
you
part of
rocking,
that.
man.
Learning.
You look and sound good,
It's
bro.
time to applaud our president.
Get it together, huh?
And Mr. Henry Tyler, absolutely.
RJ.
Because that's what this station is all
Yes.
about,
Yeah, ready?
making things happen. When we say we are the
Let's count
people's
down.
station, that we are your voice.
Man, I
that's what
think
we
Sharon
talk
must got a foot on you,
That they not
a
only
foot on your
say
toe
the
or something, boy.
words,
Cause
they put
you
action.
right. Sharon got that gun in your side like you better not mess up.
Support this station. This is the kind of thing that we hope you
Yes,
take
sir.
pride in.
I need to
RJ
We
Watkins
certainly walk the walk.
live. Here she comes. RJ
So,
Watkins.
Champ, you're going to be right here tomorrow.
Right here
We're
tomorrow.
going to be doing the
That was an awesome
demonstrations,
interview, man.
bringing about awareness.
I wanna get
because
this
that's what it's all
door.
about. Miss Still, tell us
We
again
going
about
on. Y'all
the
ready?
event tomorrow.
It'll be
Miss
at
Willis
the
got
Pop-Up
it.
Shop on the Avenue of Fashion, which is another historical place. It's going to be at 19.
We are hot. All right, welcome. This is Renee stepping out on faith, and you are tuned in to WVIE 107.3 FM. And we have a phenomenal show today.
She said, I said, oh, Renee stepping out on faith.
Oh yeah, I support independence. That means I support you. That's
We
right.
support you.
Yes, you do. The champ is here.
The champ is in the building.
I want to introduce all our listeners and viewers to Nspire, and now we know. Cherish. If everybody had a chance to check out somebody's buzzing.
That's the Amber Alert.
Oh,
Everybody's phone.
oh, God bless the situation. Okay. I want everybody to get a chance to introduce themselves. We've been running the infomercials and things of that nature. So we do have the champ in the building and Demond. But you guys are going to get a chance to introduce yourself one by one. I am camera one. Demond. Well, no. The champ is camera two. Champ,
Yes, I'm camera too.
let's introduce yourself.
Listen, this is the one and only the champ. Meadows live in the building.
Yes. Let me give my applause. I apologize. I usually had applause up already. I should have known better. Don't hate me. Charge it to my head, not my heart.
I wish I had my bell here. Remember I had my bell last time?
Is that what? Number 3, Demond?
Well, good evening, Detroit. My name is Demond Coleman. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. I am the Global Director of Sales with Nspire Network, and we're just honored and excited to be able to share this movement with the city of Detroit.
And we're going to talk about the movement also. Demond on camera 4.
Demond Crump, Director of Training and Field Development for Nspire Network, and an ambassador for the Now We Know campaign.
You say ambassador.
That's right. We representing for our women. We on the front line.
You know what? That is the best thing ever. And I'm going to show you how we feel about that because we love to hear that. So I'm going to give you this. Because, we're...
That's right. I love it.
Yeah, because we care and we appreciate it.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you, when I saw the, I want to call it an infomercial, the commercial, when I saw it, I was shocked because I seen men, I felt cared about and loved.
Wow.
And it wasn't none of my men, but I like to see the men step up and protect our women. Protect the women. Is there another way to put it?
No. That's right.
Yeah. Well, what I love about the, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we thought we just had an interruption in the beginning of this broadcast in terms of the Amber Alert. Somebody's child might be missing. Typically that's what we get Amber Alerts about. And it hit me, guys, that I think what we're doing right now is an Amber Alert.
That's right.
And I believe it's an Amber Alert because right now we have the loudest voice in the world in terms of bringing awareness to a lot of the challenges that our women and children are having.
That's
so
good,
I don't
sir.
think we could have gotten started in a better way than that Amber Alert.
That's right. And you'll get a lot of these right here, so don't don't fret, because you'll get a lot of those.
I want to bounce off of what you started off with
Go right ahead.
You acknowledging that you're happy as a woman, that men be on the forefront of such a sensitive issue.
Yes.
This is literally a groundbreaking opportunity because when my video went viral, I was so proud. I'm getting phone calls from fathers.
Say that again. When your video went what?
I just went viral.
60 million views in counting.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And you were saying you were getting calls from men?
I mean, because I didn't know. Actually, I was at a leadership retreat with Mr. Deanna Mari and Mr. Deanna Crump. We was in Silicon Valley, and my phone was like going off, and I was like, I don't want to interrupt the meeting because I didn't know my video was literally going viral at that time.
Wow.
So when I was getting these phone calls from fathers with their daughters on the phone, with husbands, with their wives on the phone saying, listen, brother, thank you for the video. I want to get my wife some of those pads. Thank you, brother. I got my daughter right here. I need some of those pads. And I'm saying, like, this is not a conversation that men have.
No. And when I saw the commercial, I was like, is this man putting his hand on the pad? Is this one dry? You said it's dry. And he said, oh, no, this, we know that feeling, women. And when I told my sister about it this morning, I was talking to her on the phone, and I told her how you broke it down, how you ripped the pad apart, and it was plastic. And then you took it was blue dye.
Yes.
And then some cotton or whatever, and all of this going right back into the woman. And how the men are concerned about it. Don't hurt us.
That's right. You're our queens.
So tell us, fellas, what we can do. What you got for us to do. And who wants to start?
What I would like to say that our biggest thing is awareness. And, when individuals ask us, just like you said, what can we do? Help us bring awareness, because we spoke about it earlier actually on the radio interview that we did. It doesn't cost you anything to become an ambassador with us for this particular campaign, the Now We Know campaign. And individuals can go to nowweknow.net and get that information, because all of the men sitting in this room and all of the men that's leading this company, believe it or not, before we saw a business opportunity, when we saw this particular concept, we first saw our women in our lives that we loved. Our wives, our daughters, that's what we saw immediately. So the passion for what we're doing is being driven out of the fact that we love our women and we want to be on the front line. And we get this a lot too. A lot of women are asking, they say to us, hey, well, why are there more women in the forefront? Well, we're not stopping women from being in the forefront. But here's what we need the women to know. We're not going to wait on y'all either. We're going to push forward. So we're going to remain on the front line, and you guys are going to have to catch up to us. We're not going to stand back and hope and pray that a woman comes along and get on the front line with us or for us. We're going to keep moving in the process, and we're excited about where we currently are right now in terms of the awareness campaign and the current momentum that we're possessing. We're very excited.
Now, and when you say women are on the front line, are you saying we're not out speaking about what's going on, or we're not knowledgeable of the fact, or we're not talking about it? Share with me.
No, what we're saying is we have a lot of women that are out there speaking about it on the front line. What we're saying is we're getting pushback as men from some women out there that's saying there should be more women, or basically women should be leading. We're not stopping anyone from leading. We're saying to any woman out there, hey, listen, we welcome you with open arms. Come lock arms with us. We'll support you in your market. Give us a reason to come say yes to you. Give us a reason to get behind you. But I think sometimes women want us to slow down and just hope and pray that a woman will get the same passion that we have. Not saying that there are not women that are not, but you have to realize you have some men that are involved with this that are very passionate about the women in our lives that we love, because we're providers and protectors.
And that's what we need, and that's what we want. So if you're hearing anything different, don't think, I don't know what they mean by that, but what we want is our men to stand up and say, we need to protect our women every which way we possibly can. Do you agree, Demar?
Absolutely. And the whole Now We Know campaign originally started off by just saying, now we as men know. we're not. This is new territory for us. This we were oblivious to any challenges physically that you guys were having from the sanitary napkins. We thought all of your challenges just came from just having a menstrual, the cycle. Exactly. So then exactly. so it actually went from now we know as men who are fathers and husbands and protectors, like Mr. Crump said, to now we're finding out the world doesn't know.
Wow.
And so you have women who have not been educating their daughters to prepare them for that time.
I have 3 daughters and didn't know.
Wow.
So look, now I know. Wow. But they're adults now, and they have daughters. So I'm a grandmother of daughters. And so now in the future, my granddaughter and my daughters can know now.
That's right.
And actually be healthy, safe, and protected.
And educated.
And educated.
Because we just found out it took the government 17 years to put the warning label on tampons, letting you guys know the possibilities of toxic shock syndrome. Do you know how many women and children have died or been extremely hospitalized, bedridden, because they did not put this information out there? It's no different from the talcum powder, that we've been using on our babies who are helpless, can't fend for themselves. There's so many things out there that we don't know, and so we really pride ourselves in not just educating men, but educating women and children as well.
I'm proud of you guys. You can say whatever you like. I just want to do this.
I really want to address the issue because I was pondering on something earlier when we talk about men leading the field.
Okay.
Honestly, America has to be one of the only countries that doesn't push men in the forefront of a lot of things. Because as we were talking earlier, men has literally dominated the doctor field. So if you want to address an issue when it comes to medical, anything like that, it's a man that led the field. And that takes nothing away from our women, because we love our women. So women, we have to understand, in any holy book, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, you think about it, men have protected and maintained our women from the beginning, Adam and Eve. So it's a beautiful thing. So let's embrace it. Let's not get caught up in society where it's taking the men, especially African American men, away from being leaders and protectors.
Wow. That's good.
That is good. You need
round of applause. Come on.
Come on. Getting slow on the trigger now.
Yes, it's well deserved. Well deserved. And again, like I said, when I did see the commercial, of course, or the infomercial or commercial, however you want to put it, the information on the television on Comcast 91, TV 33, it sat me down. Wow. Because I could walk past commercials all day. And then I see Malachi. Shouts out to him.
Shout out to my man Malachi.
That's right.
Absolutely. Malachi.
And I saw the champ, and they were doing demonstrations. I said, what's going on here? Let me have a seat on the couch, take a look and see. And like I said, when you broke it down and you ripped it apart and you said, look at this. This is plastic. This is in our women. This is going to our children. Our females. We are the mothers of the earth. And don't try to kill us off. Because we help make population grow. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, and speaking of population, when you talk about some of the harmful side effects of tampons and sanitary napkins, we also found out along this mission that right now, hysterectomies are the #1 performed surgery in the United States of America, over 600,000 a year, and 70% of those hysterectomies are performed on African American women. 70%. And so we also found out, along with the hysterectomies, a lot of the challenges that a lot of women have been having, and we don't make any claims, but we know that a lot of the tampons and sanitary napkins have also caused some miscarriages in some women. And
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. Because of the toxins and the poisoning, there's trace amounts that get into the blood system and the stream. You're talking about a young lady from the age, and nowadays with all the GMOs in the food, from 9.5 years old up to 50 years old, who have to use this product every single month, every year of her life, and she doesn't even know that there's another option out there for her. By the time she finds out, it's too late.
I didn't know there was a warning label, and that was put on the box.
Because they had to fight for 17 years. That's why 17 years. It wasn't anointed. Right. They fought because they understand none of this stuff is new. Like you mentioned the talcum powder.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the effects of talcum powder on our babies.
From day one?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Guess what? They smack them on their hand, give them a little fine, and guess what? The talcum powder's still in Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, right now, today.
You know what's one of the most amazing things I heard, and actually came from a pastor, Dr. Jamal Bryant. He said, 40, 50 years ago, he says you never even heard of fibroids. He said Dick Gregory talked about that. There was no fibroids. There wasn't that. Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yes, but you didn't hear about fibroids and all these different things because tampons, things like that wasn't in usage in a high fashion that they are today.
Right.
And now with all of those type of issues, one of the things that we're doing, we're just shedding light, and that's why the campaign is so powerful because unlike most campaigns out there. They always edify and put a spotlight on the problem, but very few bring a solution.
Right.
See, with this Now We Know campaign, here's what we're saying. Ladies, men, look at the problem, but guess what? Cherish, here's your solution.
Hello.
See, that's where it's unique, and what applause, all right, come on now.
They're going to tell me.
Taking over the studio.
Now we know.
Yeah, we can't be normal. We can't just sit down in the audience.
No, we're home now. We're home now, y'all.
That's right. No normal.
I'm going to piggyback off of Mr. Crump said because my grandmother told me something, but I didn't understand until I became an adult. She said when that was that time of the month, she said, I'm on my rag.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
ragging.
Exactly. She was on her rag. And notice it was just 100% cotton around her private parts.
Yeah.
That's why they never heard of fibroids, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, because they was literally using something that wasn't toxic.
Wow.
Dig that, which was the rag itself, huh?
Exactly.
Until they came along and made all these things
They
supposed to help.
They call us the microwave baby. You know what they say? We want it right now, plug it up, we don't want to see it, nothing. And guess what? The average person not worried about what happens 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Now when you go to the hospital and say, oh, we don't know what's wrong with you. You need a hysterectomy. That's the solution.
Wow.
To take out your reproductive system.
That's one thing I can say. These days, doctors are telling, and I've heard it, women, we don't know. And where do they do that? Where a doctor tell you they don't know what's going on?
I think that's honest because my wife is a physician.
Okay.
And she's a pediatrician, and a lot of these young girls would come in with discharges, odors, etc. Some of the parents might think they're sexually active. And at the end of the day, they were not. And you give them a prescription to say Diflucan or something, and they take it, it calms it down, and then here it is, 2-3 months later, every quarter it seems like there's some type of medication that this young girl or woman has to take. So in the words of Deanna Crump, they're fighting a losing battle that they don't know about.
Say it again.
They are fighting a losing battle.
And we want to win.
That's correct.
We want a win-win situation.
We had a campaign to do so.
And
now we know.
And tell everybody where we are and what we're doing today.
Wow.
Tonight.
We are literally at WHPR TV 33, ladies and gentlemen, at 160 Victor Street. Come out 7:30. We got the legendary RJ Watkins going to host for the Now We Know campaign. We in the deep, baby. What up, though?
And make sure you let them know for those that's coming out, for those that's coming out on tonight, look your best, because guess what? The camera's going to be rolling. This is going to be recorded. So if your hair not done, you better get it together. Look in that mirror before you step out on today.
Look, we live now.
We said we live now.
We live now. Everything we do here at this station is live. We're live now.
You see RJ? You see
So
RJ?
be on your live game.
Look, I see RJ Walker's shoes. I said he ready. We in the deep, baby.
And on another note, guys, I would be remiss if I did not recognize a very good friend of mine from Detroit by the name of Michelle MacArthur. I was actually reintroduced to the city of Detroit in 2009 by way of Michelle MacArthur, who actually died of breast cancer. This was May 21st, 2014. And it feels surreal being in the city without her being here, because not only was she a really good friend, she was my top producer in a couple of companies. And so we don't know if the cancer that she was diagnosed with came from the use of tampons or sanitary napkins. And so, with Breast Cancer Awareness Month coming up, to Miss Carol, Michelle's mom. We love you. We appreciate the contribution your daughter made to society. She was a phenomenal woman. And on behalf of Michelle MacArthur, we are going to flood the city of Detroit with the Now We Know campaign.
That's right. Well, you know, I'm going to run this applause for real.
That's right.
And this one, I'm going to tell you how good they feel about this. I'm just telling you how good they feel about it, and we do applaud her. And I'm being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where, like you said, toxins and things come from, or how cancer can get to us, cervical cancer and things of that nature.
Right.
And I want to thank you guys for educating us and doing your research. Evidently, you did your research. To my understanding, you said this is a campaign. We have lots of people in the building. How can I get involved? How can we get involved? How can we step and be part of the winning team? How can we now know?
I'm glad you asked that question. So the first way is to be educated. Go to nowweknow.net. That's NOWWENO.net. And you're going to see a 5-minute video at the bottom of that page that's going to show you a demonstration, but throughout the page it's going to educate you on a lot of things that you did not know about the harmful side effects of sanitary napkins. Beyond that, we have independent distributors all over the United States of America, soon to be global, that you can find and reach out to. You can find these individuals on social media. Okay. You know, you can find them pretty much everywhere as the campaign is starting to spread. And so we are out there. You can also go on NspireNetwork.com.
And now that's the letter N.
Yes, that's NSPIRE network.com to get more information. And guys, we're also on a Midwest tour right now. If you go on Nspire Network official fan page, you can find our tour dates and cities. We will be in Dayton, Ohio tomorrow. We will be in Chicago on Wednesday. And my hometown, your very first cousin, Detroit, St. Louis, Missouri, okay, Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. as well.
So you guys are moving.
Yes, ma'am.
You're keeping it moving. Tomorrow you're going, Wednesday you're moving. Just keep
Absolutely.
it. So from here it moves on further and all over the world, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to get the people to a direct contact.
Please.
Y'all can literally contact the studio here at TV 33, WHPR, and contact Mr. R.J. Watkins, because he has locked arms with the Now You Know campaign.
That's right.
And Mr. R.J. Watkins is literally a distributor. He has vowed to literally educate the town of the D.
Hey.
I'm talking about the Detroit, the Chocolate City, baby. You know what I mean? But honestly, you can contact the station, and literally Mr. Watkins has product on hand.
All right.
And you can literally become a customer.
Because that was my next question.
Absolutely.
But before I give that next question, I have to give Mr. Watkins a hand.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's right.
And it's free, you guys.
Absolutely.
Now, well, they're gonna just give it to us.
Take
real
it in.
good.
Bring
Yeah,
it
they just
in.
gonna give it to us,
Honestly, it was an honor to lock arms with such an icon as Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
Because he's done so much for the community. And I was just astonished when last time I was here. I mean, I was just telling the co-founders right here of Nspire Network, this man has his own satellite.
That's
Like,
right.
how
You see
many-
the tower?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, his own tower. Like, you think about an African American man in America that he literally has his own tower. So people ask, it's just so many levels to this success. I call it black excellence.
Hello.
You know what I mean? So the lock arms with him with this Now We Know campaign is like, it's going to be global, y'all.
This is what I want you guys to do, because and thank you for actually acknowledging and recognizing that Mr. Watkins does have his own tower.
Absolutely.
But what I want you guys to do is say hello to the Virgin Islands, because we are syndicated in the Virgin Islands.
We coming.
We are coming.
We coming, Virgin Islands. That's right.
We are syndicated, so they are hearing us and they're listening to you guys.
Absolutely.
And they do interact with us. If we could take a phone call, 313-868-4336. The phones are ready. If you see them lighting up over there, let me know, and we'll get some calls in. We can take calls from men, women.
That's
If
right.
you want to know about it, and you want to be about it, can we join the group?
Absolutely.
Can we join the campaign? How can we join?
I want to. One thing we was at Lou's Deli. Shout out to Lou's Deli.
Shout out to- oh, okay.
Deli.
Something like we was talking to Mr. Tony Gooden,
Okay.
and I this is my man. He's in here right now for tonight's event. He was born deformed.
Okay.
And he was born with one finger on each hand. He said, you know my why? He said, because my mother has been using sanitary napkins all her life. And I wonder, did my birth defect come from the toxin that my mother was exposed to? Because his mother had all these problems. And it blew my mind because I never looked at it from that aspect. And we're sitting down with Mr. Crump today, and I'm talking about, it literally blew my mind. I said, there's so many levels to this, man.
That's correct. Yeah. I mean, what I'm very excited about, and we were in Philadelphia when this first came to me, and I said, wow, the Now We Know campaign is awesome because we're educating about the harmful side effects of tampons and sanitary napkins. But I'm excited for the Now We Know campaign to grow, to start educating our men, women, and children on a lot of other products that we're using on the shelves, a lot of the soaps and deodorants and lotions and products that are out there, that is causing so many challenges that we don't know about until it's too late. And so, Mr. Deanna Crump, my business partner, he's one of the most proactive individuals that I know. And so we're going to start being proactive even before we even have an alternative solution. We're going to start putting out some awareness alongside of the sanitary napkins and tampons in terms of how we can just live better in everything that we do and consume in terms of these products.
Did you guys bring a pie? Did you bring something in the studio?
We brought more than t-shirts.
I'm not in the studio right now. We're right outside the studio. I can run and get it.
Wow.
Well, we'll go to commercial break in a minute or so and give everybody a chance to breathe, maybe get some water or something. Come on.
But I wanted to answer your question because a lot of people might not really understand what's happening right now.
Exactly.
Okay. There's two facets of what we're doing with the Now We Know campaign. Okay. First facet is awareness and education. Yes, okay. The second facet is opportunity. When has there ever been an opportunity for everyday average people, under average and above average, to participate in a soon-to-be trillion-dollar industry?
$1 trillion.
I do not know. And when you look at the millennials right now, who are about to make up the majority of the population, they're some of the most health conscious, innovative researchers, that you can think of. And when they go online and they find out, you don't have to tell them twice. And so we're going to have, millennials from the age of 18 years old up to baby boomers in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who will be able to financially benefit from this product. And so in the words of Mr. Deanna Crump, I don't know of a more residual product in the world than water and toilet paper. So for those of you who are looking to get out here and not just build a business, but to build a business that's going to pay you over and over and over again,
that's right,
which is called residual, guys, we believe we have a phenomenal solution for you great entrepreneurs out there as well.
And I support entrepreneurs, great entrepreneurs, so I got to give that love.
Okay.
Because so we have an opportunity to start or invest. Is that correct?
Yes. Right.
And we can invest right here at TV 33. Get in touch with Mr. Watkins.
Absolutely.
All of us that's here in this area.
Absolutely.
All around the world.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
And one small caveat I want to add, because I will be remiss not to acknowledge our other two partners, Mr. Spencer Iverson, our CEO, Mr. Joel Medina, our COO.
Yes.
They are up for a Rice Award.
Yes.
So you can go to Rice Award. Go to riceaward.com so you can vote. These guys already, our company, just literally maybe 92, 93 days old because of the impact of what the campaign is already making. They are up for a big time community award in Atlanta. You can vote. They're in the health and wellness category. So if you go to Rice Awards, riceawards.com, click on the vote tab in the health and wellness category. That's where our CEO and our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Joel Medina, are up for an award already.
Yes. Is that RICE award?
Yes.
Or RIGHT?
No, Rice.
Rice?
Like red beans and rice. I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I like that.
That's right. Rice, riceawards.com. Do a THEV riceawards.com and click on the health and wellness tab and click on vote for your Nspire CEO and COO, Mr. Joel Medina.
That's right.
Can we get some applause for that? Because that is
Of course.
That's amazing.
You know what? I'm gonna
we
just
run the
keep that
studio.
part.
That's what we do. Now we know we run the studio, baby. I mean, honestly.
And I'm gonna give it to you good.
There you go. Ooh,
That's a standing ovation. That's a standing ovation.
That's right. That's right. You got plenty of applause. Y'all got plenty of applause coming. Please believe it. Not just the ones here on the board, but the ones with your. I see the room is filling up really well over there.
Yes.
In the rain.
We in the
In the rain. Yes. Yes. But you know what, people? We come out.
That's right.
When it's important, when it's about our health, our life, our death.
Absolutely.
We come out, and right now it's about our women,
Yes.
and I'm one of them, and I'm glad of it, and I'm
You
thankful.
rocking that shirt.
I'm loving this shirt. I'm trying to put my camera down because I'm almost about to cut my head off because I want everybody to see what's going on.
Hey,
You
can
know?
Mr. Demarco, you tell them how historic that shirt is that she have on?
Wow. That shirt is very historic. What you see, ladies and gentlemen, is our Now We Know. And if you don't mind turning around just a little bit, letting them see, let the camera.
Can they see me?
Let's
Yes.
see.
There you go, right there.
That is perfect. On the back, you can see the right to fight. And so not only do we have an awareness campaign for our women, we also have one for our men. Because
That's out of Atlanta, Georgia?
That's out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
We had our very first 5K walk run at Grant Park in Atlanta, Georgia, guys, just this June. And we had almost 1,000 people in attendance for our very first event. It was very historical, but that's just the first one. Right. We're going to take the Right to Fight campaign, walk, run, all across the country and even across the world. And so that is our very first inaugural Now We Know walk, run shirt that you asked for and you received.
I did
Got it. That's right.
And that's a souvenir shirt there. Never to be dated, never to be given again. None of the other shirts that were produced for any other city. It won't have the city on there. It won't have any of that. It would just be a shirt moving forward. But that is our inaugural shirt, and they are hot commodities. Actually, we only have a few left in the D tonight. So once they're gone, that's it. We literally, I think we're down to probably 50 shirts total that's left. And once we sell them out, they'll never be seen again. The very first inaugural shirts that we have right there, because all the rest of the shirts will be the same for every city we go into.
Mr. Crump, can you talk just a little bit about the Right to Fight campaign?
Well, the Right to Fight campaign was birthed out of actual care for men's prostate health. We have products that's catered to that as well. So, fellas, we haven't forgotten you. Oh, we haven't forgotten our men. Yeah, so that's why on the front you see Now We Know, on the back is Right to Fight. But you know what? We realize that all of this is bigger than one genre of human being. So guess what? You have a right to fight against obesity. You have a right to fight against unhealthy situations. So it's a vast umbrella of things that we've been able to cover under the umbrella of Right to Fight, as well as Now We Know. And we want to just let our men know too that we prepared to go to war for y'all too, fellas.
I love that, and I got to do the applause. I must.
Right.
I must, because that's what it's about. And we don't want the men to feel some type of way.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, I would like for us to end the interview on this note as we get ready for our live event.
Okay.
I want to pay homage to a gentleman in the studio today that honestly helped to relaunch the momentum with our company. You know, we got off to a very, very phenomenal start, but we had some IT challenges. We sold out a product in our very first day. So we had some very excited, it's a blessing, but we had some very excited, disgruntled distributors, okay? And, you know, for us to be able to make the strides that we made, having these challenges is awesome. But then this gentleman shot a very unorthodox video that honestly would never have gotten company approved.
Really?
It would not. As a matter of fact, his video went viral while we were having the training in Silicon Valley on compliance in terms of what to and what not to say while we're doing our demonstration. And so it's amazing how passion
That's right.
can go far beyond perfection.
That's right.
That's correct.
Because this gentleman spoke with passion from his heart, with a towel around his neck coming from the gym. And this was supposed to just be a demonstration for a couple of individuals. But because of his sincerity, because of his passion and commitment to the campaign, beyond his own wildest imagination, our wildest imagination, we got over 60 million eyeballs on this product. And so we're honored to be on tour with not only Mr. Deanna Mari Metals, but also the company's very first true ambassador, Mr. Derek Brown, who in his first 30 days, yes, come on now, come on.
Hey, hold on. We need that camera on him. How you getting this camera, man? We need a camera shot. Get over there. We need a camera shot. We need a camera shot of our ambassador. He's here.
Come on, sit
He is the #1 producer in all of Nspire.
He is a man.
There you go.
He's a man, ladies.
The forefront. And so we're just honored for what Mr. Derek Brown has been able to do in terms of driving momentum to the company. He actually brought Mr. Deanna Mari Metals to Nspire Network.
All right.
Okay, so he's leading the forefront. But Mr. Brown, man, we would be remiss if we did not at least hear from you before we got started with our live event. Anything that you want to share from your heart, man, you got all eyeballs on you, sir.
All eyes on you.
Well,
Go right ahead.
Well, thank you so much. I'm appreciative, and I want to honor Mr. R.J. Watkins for this facility that's been built, for this platform that's been built, that's taken everything to another level. And now we have an opportunity to get the Now We Know campaign out as well. I definitely have to honor the founders of the Now We Know campaign and Nspire Network. That's Mr. Spencer Iverson, the CEO, Mr. Joel Medina. They've been nominated for Rice Awards, and we have here live in the studio the Global Director of Sales, Mr. Damon Coleman, who you just heard from, Mr. Damon Crump, the Director of Training and Field Development. And I'm just in awe. I'm just caught up. I've got a woman in my life that I love and care about. I have daughters in my life. So when Mr. Damon Coleman did a presentation for me at 12 midnight, it was a no-brainer. They had a moral fiber to it. So I'm caught up, wrapped up, tangled up into this mission.
That's right. That's right.
And we're going to take it global.
And
That's
papered
right.
up too, Detroit. Don't let them fool you. Papered up. I know Detroit.
Detroit about that money. We're gonna keep it real right here.
Yes, indeed.
That money, man.
Absolutely. So we appreciate you,
Detroit.
Mr. Derek Brown, for your
Thank you
efforts
so
with the
much.
Now We Know campaign.
Absolutely.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
right. Thank you. And thank you for coming, Mr. Derek Brown, into the studio and not just out there, you know, with everybody else. Thank you for attending the interview. And we are live on Facebook Live, RJ Watkins page. We are also on TV 33.3 as well as Comcast 91 and TV 33. We used to be a time it was free TV before it came. But we're also on Roku, Amazon TV. We're heard in the Virgin Islands, syndicated in Virgin. So this is all around the world.
Love it.
This is all, we're on the mobile app. We're right here. We're everywhere. We're worldwide right here. And I got a pack right here.
All right. The pad's real. The pad's real. We got them. They real.
Got them in the building.
All I
Cheers.
did was say the word,
Cheers.
and they made it
Cheers.
happen. I said the word, and they made it happen.
That's right. That's what
This
we do.
is, I've never touched a pack of sanitary pads that felt sealed and
Wow.
what I'm trying to say, look, there's a flap.
But check it out.
And
You got
it's
the
sealed.
expiration date on it.
Where?
Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Look.
please show me.
Got an
I seen you on the info.
Look at that. Expiration date. You don't
I
even
gotta
see
put it
that.
in my camera.
That's right. Expiration date on it.
There's an expiration date on the cherish.
Yeah, we ain't playing no games with our women. We care about our women.
I love this. Let's
Mr.
see.
Meadows, how much are the pads? Because I know everybody wants to know.
You know
how
that.
much
Good point.
are the pads?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the audacity with Nspire Network to only charge $5 for our pads.
$5.
Is that just for the day pads? So the night pads cost more,
Wait
correct?
a minute.
No,
There's day
sir,
and
Mr.
night pads?
No, check it out. We have day pads, night pads, overnight pads, and panty liners.
Yeah.
Where the applause at?
Yes.
Where the applause at?
Let the
And
dogs
Mr.
out.
Meadows,
Yes, sir.
and so each variation of pad is going to cost a different price, correct?
Uh-huh.
We will not do that to our women.
No.
$5 around the board.
So the panty liners are $5.
Yes.
The pads, the overnight, and the super overnight
Yes.
are all $5.
All $5.
And
Know why?
how many come in the pack?
10 in our day pads, 8 in our night pads, 7 in our overnight pads, and 30 in our panty liners.
Help me with this. What is the 246 mm?
Talk to me.
It tells you how many pads in there, but it's 246 mm. Does that have
MM is, what does it stand for?
It could be
Yeah.
the weight.
With,
the
yes.
weight of it?
Right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the weight.
Because they're very light.
Yes.
Very light to be
Yes.
10
But
in
they're
here.
very absorbent.
I know we're going to show the commercial again, if
Absolutely.
that's okay. Because you guys are going to stay with me till how long?
We have to get started with the event now, so we have
At
to.
7:30?
7:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I want to thank everybody. And as I take you to camera, each camera, can you all say something encouraging and something great about Cherish and invite our people down as you dismiss yourselves? Let's go with camera 2. That's the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Deanna Mari. The champ is in the building, but I'm literally honored to be a part of the serious movement because not only is it life-changing for myself as a man, but knowing that I'm helping so many women, not just in my family, but in the world, to lock arms with people like yourself and Mr. R.J. Watkins. I'm just honored.
Well, thank you. We are honored to have you. Thank you for coming. I'm coming over to camera 3. Mr. Damon, right there.
This is Damon Coleman, extremely honored and proud to be a part of a mission-driven company. Our goal, guys, our vision is to impact the lives of over 1 million families over the next 12 months with our Cherish Pad products. We would love for you guys to lock arms with us. Help us, City of Detroit, or wherever you may be. Help us to get the word out so that, guys, you can also become mission-driven as well. We want to thank you guys for the time today, and I want to give a special thanks to Mr. RJ for opening up his studio and his mind and his heart to allow us to share. Thank you.
Damon, I'd like you to get that website out one more time for me.
It's www.nowweno.net. That's nowweknow.net.
Right, now thank you for that. Coming over to camera 4.
Camera 4.
Damon.
Steve Jobs came with the iPad.
Say, what?
Steve Jobs came with the iPad. Nspire came with the drive pad.
Oh,
We want you.
I got it. I got it.
We want you to. We want you to know. In all seriousness, you can laugh at the pads, but you can't laugh at the pain. And that's one thing we don't play with. With everybody that makes a mockery of what we do, especially as men, and think it's a joke. But until it's at your doorstep, it's knocking at your front door by a woman in your life that you love and you care about, it won't be a game anymore. So we want you to understand it's important to do preventive measures, and we offer that with what we have. And also, once again, go to thericeawards.com. We're taking that very seriously because we want these guys to win. Because our executives have been, I'm talking about working tirelessly to get this company off the ground as we've been out here in the field. And guys, we want to have them celebrated. That will be awesome for the campaign and our company as well.
I want to thank all of you guys. I had some more questions, but I do know you have to go. I do want to, when they go to the website, they can also look into the prostate. The men can look into the prostate information also.
Max Life.
Life and Fight.
Max Life. That's right.
That's right. I'm proud of all of you guys.
you.
And you grew. You were boys and young men at time. You're young now. I'm just saying. You were boys at time, but you grew up to be responsible men and loving and caring for your future, your present. And we thank you for that. We thank you. And big old applause. Yes, I got to give it to you. I must.
Wow.
Absolutely.
To still come down today, tonight.
Yes.
Come on
You better
down.
hurry up.
160 Victor Street. Let's go, y'all. We in Highland Park. Let's go, baby.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and get us on to the
Thank you very much
commercial.
again.
And thanks for coming.
Now we know.
And please come back. Come back.
Absolutely. This home right here. This the D.
All right, we love you.
Thank you. Love you too, sir.